Welcome to another exciting episode of Earth Check, the home where we tackle issues environmental. My name is Anne Masharia. As you can see, I'm at a place where it's not only breathtaking, but at the coast of a Lake Naivasha. Now, this lake is a freshwater lake. The presence of papyrus around this lake is an indicator that this water is fresh. Now, Lake Naivasha is a home to so many animals. For example, the hippopotamus, and they come at night. What is in store is much more than you can expect.
Within the SES programs, we have five programs. We have field-based ecological visits, and within the field-based ecological visits, we expose the children, especially to those areas where they can learn much and interact with the environment. Then we also have outreach programs in schools and communities. This is a program that is based on reaching out to communities around the center to educate them and build their capacity to be able to protect and conserve the environment. And we do that by sensitizing them, conducting seminars and workshops, and also inviting them for training within the SES center. And then we also have capacity building of teachers and administrators. We normally have several training programs that target the teachers and the learners also. And within the training programs, we have one which is the East African training workshop for the teachers drawn from the East African countries, basically Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania, so that we can be able to build their capacity to undertake environmental education in their institutions. And then we also have research and monitoring. Our institution offers a very excellent opportunity for those who undertake research on Lake Naivasha and the environment. We have a laboratory which is equipped with equipment that they can use to do their research. And we also have a place where they can be accommodated here.
Okay, so my focus will be on trees because in this era right now that we have deforestation and everything. How do you make sure you sensitize people around on the importance of planting these trees?
It's true that deforestation is such a big issue right now, and there's a lot of debate going around the same subject. So what we do is we bring children from different parts of Lake Nakuru County, and we bring them on the site to just come and give them not just the skills, not just the information, and the reason why they have to plant the trees. We also provide them with the tree seedlings so that they can do practical planting of those trees in order to improve the degraded areas. We have such programs where we have the Forest for the Future. Within that program, we donate tree seedlings to different schools and institutions. And we go around monitoring them, because it's not just enough to tell them to plant the trees. We want to ensure the survival rate is very high so that we can have improved forest cover within the country.
How exactly do you make sure you involve the other communities outside in conservation? Because that's where we're getting it wrong sometimes, where we don't involve the communities or sensitize the other communities on the importance of conservation. How do you make sure you do that or achieve that?
Yeah, community involvement in conservation is very important, because unless the community is involved and very much engaged, we may not really be able to achieve much in terms of environmental conservation. So one of the things that we have done is to use the schools as the entry point. By giving the school children information, we are sure that information will go back to their homes, it will get into their parents, and what they learn in school, they'll go and reciprocate the same and do exactly what they have learned in school in their homes. So that is one of the things that we do in order to involve the community. We use the schools as entry point. The other thing, we also have community groups. We bring them aboard especially when we are conducting workshops. We train them on various ways of environmental conservation. Open Day started 3 years ago. We just wanted to open up to the community to showcase what we do in terms of environmental conservation. And this year we have done it a little bit different, unlike the previous years, because the previous years we only used to bring in school children. But this year we have opened it up to the community, community groups. We also have the flower companies. We also have other organizations and institutions within Naivasha to just come and exhibit and showcase what they do in terms of beating the plastic pollution. This year, our theme is beating the plastic pollution. And so it's a bit different this year. So the concept behind the Open Day is actually opening up the institution to the public to just come and see what we are doing. And they can also come and showcase their efforts in terms of environmental conservation.
Okay.
Yes.
Everything, just to sum up, everything has a background.
Yes.
And there's always something that starts from first. So could you probably explain the background of this place?
Yeah, this place was actually the former home of Joy and George Adamson. George was a conservationist. He had a lion project in Kora. And Joy, his wife, was a good, one of the best painters then, and she is known of taking care of the lioness Elsa. So this home they bought because they wanted a place where they would retire after working for many years in Kora in the lion project. So this is how the home began. And therefore, when they passed on, the facility was brought under a trust that manages the facility and everything. And we work towards ensuring that their legacy lives on by having the Center for Education in Environmental in Sustainability. Bringing the children, we have a program whereby we invite schools to come and learn about conservation. And the proceeds we get from our lodge go towards supporting the efforts at the center up there. So with the money we generate from here, we are able to bring in school children so that they can learn on how to protect and conserve the environment. And we do that out of a program we call the Forest for the Future, Light Up a Child's Life, and many other programs. So when they come here, when we bring them here with our own bus, we have our educational officers who take them through the programs. Ecological talks, a visit of the lake. They also have a boat ride on Lake Naivasha, where they have an opportunity to identify aquatic birds. They also have a chance of seeing the vegetation around Lake Naivasha and the kind of probably the destruction that has been carried out over the years and the need to protect that, that vegetation. So we bring them here and we also go to school where we probably we show them the films and documentaries that are environmental conservation based.
Now, I'm not an expert in how hotels around Lake Naivasha are controlled, but I'll have a sit down with people with backgrounds of how exactly they operate such kind of hotels. This and much more after the break.